So it is a beautiful sunny day. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be cold and it's supposed to be raining, and it probably will be raining a bit later on. It's certainly been raining earlier on. We noticed a lot of water on the way down here, but the sun's shining, the sky's blue. There's actually people on the beach, but the air is feeling a little bit cold, I think. So I've actually taken my coat off today.
I haven't.
Anita hasn't.
But I've got a parasol.
But she's got a parasol just to protect her from the sun. So yeah, this morning I woke up and I was looking through some of the comments on Facebook, and it was just so nice to read all the really nice to read all of the comments that people have been leaving on the Facebook group. It's the Palmanova Facebook group, and so it's encouraged me actually to come out today and have a look to see what it's like down here. And look, it's starting to look a little bit busier. Lots of people on the beach here playing volleyball. We don't usually get that on this side. That's usually a little bit further down. Blank is looking busy, and spot painting as well. That's the volleyball players. And we're just across the road. The lights are on till Turingo, and people are sitting outside the Colmena, which is the beehive. We quite often stop there.
On the way back we will.
For coffee. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. And looks like they've started pruning the palm trees down here. Different parts of the island. I don't know about here. We're looking at. Anita's been spotting the processionary caterpillar nests. And they only appear in the pine trees. They don't appear in any others, but there's a lot of pine trees here in Palmanova. Yeah, it's only certain, but I think these are the ones where you would normally get them, but we can't see them, so maybe Calvia have dealt with them. And when we were walking along the front in Palma, there were no pine trees there. They only have palm trees. Maybe that's what Palmanova needs to concentrate on now, is palm trees. If we walk around the headland, you can see there's a lot of pine trees there, and I'm guessing there will be.
And that supermarket's closed.
I've seen lots and lots of caterpillars in posts on Facebook. Yeah, the supermarkets are closed down. Probably to be expected at this time of the year because of the off season. Just look at the beach. It's looking really nice. And the sea is actually dead calm. It did feel quite breezy when we were standing by the Heart. It actually still is a little bit breezy. And as it's a Saturday, because you get lots of locals who will come out, so things start to get a little bit more lively on a Saturday. But we're coming to the end of February now, so March is the month that, particularly that side, that's over there in Playa de Palma, is supposed to be getting really quite busy. And we were over there in Campastilla last week, and
it was busy there.
Campastilla was busy, yeah, it really, lots of people on the beach, even in the sea, and lots of bars and cafes open. Not all of them, but quite a few. Oh, I'm walking up with the cameras on. And yes, I do complain about the graffiti. Really wish somebody'd do something about this, just paint over it. I'll buy you a can of paint.
Me?
Anybody. Years ago, when I used to have the Scouts, we got together with the Rotary Club, and the Rotary Club bought some cans of paint and some rollers and paint brushes, and we actually painted out a whole lot of graffiti. It was a great initiative.
Lovely, the bottom of the sea.
Yeah, just looking down the sea. A few ripples there, but it's really clear. Just walking around the headland a bit now.
Very quiet.
It's a lot clearer than it has been. At the beginning of last week, the airport was having some really big problems because of fog. There's no fog today, it's absolutely crystal clear. So some aeroplanes were being diverted, some were being delayed, and that happened on a couple of mornings. Some ferries going out. Just getting across the little wooden bridge here.
It's like
Nice.
the three billy goats gruff, this bridge.
Isn't it? Ooh. I like to look at the rock formations here, just see how the sedimentary layers have formed over the years and then been bent and twisted and uplifted. I'm sure here
Caterpillars up there in the trees.
we are going to start to see some caterpillar nests, and this has already spotted one. Two right at the top. Oh yes, there's one right above our heads here. This tree here has got lots of them in. Lots of nests, so not seeing any trails.
Yeah.
And somebody said, well, why don't you just stamp on them? Well, that's really what you mustn't do, because as soon as you disturb them, the hairs which actually cause the problem, because they get onto your skin and you have a chance of breathing them in. Well, when you disturb them, those hairs just get dislodged and get into the air that you're actually breathing, and they get into your clothes, and you're constantly getting irritated by them. And Anita was telling me just last week about somebody's dog.
One of our teachers at school.
One of the teachers' dog must have seen some of these caterpillars and disturbed them, and then
Taken to the vet, vomiting and
yeah, really
foaming
becomes
at the
quite
mouth.
serious. Particularly if you have got a dog, which doesn't apply to most tourists, then you need to get rid of them. There's actually a trail. Somebody's destroyed a trail of them here. I'm not sure how they've done that, but there's a trail on the ground there. So this is the middle beach. You're going to hear lots of noises like that in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. It's the workmen working. Everywhere we go at the moment there's workmen working. I'm going to go down the steps. So let's camera off for a moment. Lots more volleyball players here. It becomes almost a professional setup. We've got a tent over there set up. People will come along, and all along this beach they'll be setting up their volleyball. And they do have some organised competitions as well. Many of these are just people who've been to Decathlon, bought their own volleyball net and just set it up. We're just below McDonald's. Well, the place is always open. Well, almost always open.
Bit damp underfoot, isn't it?
Yeah. Must have been a lot of rain overnight, I think. So Jim, there's McDonald's for you. Jim writes to me and asks for a number of places to be on the videos, and McDonald's is one of them. I'm not sure it's because he likes to eat there or simply because it has the same name. Hotel Tropico, all whitewashed out. Much more interesting on this side. People having fun, getting exercise, and even walking on the promenade. A few people out today. Nobody quite knowing what the weather's going to do. The weather forecast is not good for next week. It hasn't been for a while, and here we are in the sunshine, blue skies. Temperature's cool, but you can expect rain at some point. I think it must have rained earlier in the day, maybe overnight actually. These big puddles, as you can see. I've actually come down to Palmanova in the week. Wednesday I came down, and it was for a knitting group. And I came down to have a look at one of the hotels that's having a change of name, it's got a change of ownership. And they're the Alua hotels over there. In the distance we've got the Hawaii and the Alua Palmanova, I think it was called. Still got those names on them, but they've now in the process of changing to new ownership, which is Leonardo. There's quite a few Leonardo hotels suddenly popping up.
The one in Port Alves, isn't it?
The one in Port Alves is called Leonardo, yeah. So I was asked to go and have a look to see what was happening. And on that particular day and at that particular time, very much was happening. They were all closed up and still have Alua names. But I guess sometime in the next few weeks, start to see some changes there, some new names going up. The one that's really curious is the Hawaii, because it's got that big Hawaii sign running down the side of it. That will be quite difficult to remove. So maybe they'll continue with the name Hawaii. Here is the tourist information office, and if it's open, yeah, we do need to go in here. We'll have to go in on another occasion there. So the reason we need to go in is because we're going to have a little trip to the mainland, and if you're a resident of the islands, you get a discount on the flights. It all should be pretty automatic, but you should just be able to put in your details, and the airline should be able to see that you're actually registered in Mallorca. Unfortunately, with people like us foreigners, the system tends to get a little bit confused, and that's partly because I think Spanish people have two surnames, one from the father, one from the mother. Father goes first, mother goes second, and well, we're British, so we only have one surname. And I know you're not supposed to call it surname anymore, but I'm sorry, it is a surname, it's not your last name. And so when we fill a form in, we don't have that second surname, and it seems to cause a problem with some of the airlines. The airline we've booked with says we've got to take with us a certificate which proves we live in Mallorca. And well, there's lots of places we can get the certificate. We just need to make sure we've got the right identification with us. So that's our NIE card, TIE card, which is our ID.
We'll do that next week, can't we?
Yeah, we need to do it sooner rather than later, and then just to show that we are residents here in Mallorca, and the discount is actually very significant. It used to be 50%, but it's now 75%. We get a 75% discount on the flight, so yeah, definitely worth having.
Can't believe how quiet it is.
It's getting quiet along this part, hasn't it? And it does get a bit quieter as you go along. So let's see. We're going past the Calablanca, and it's one of the hotels which we said we wanted just to keep going by every now and again just to see what the progress was, because this is having a really big makeover. People there working today, I can see, and that's going to change a lot. It's owned by the Meliá Group, one of the biggest hotel chains in the world, I suppose. Meliá is a really big group, and he's now going to change its branding to one which is going to include Rafa Nadal. So it will become a very different hotel from what it has been in the past. So we'll keep you posted. We'll keep walking by and having a look to see what's going on there. I'm just going past Roger's Bar. All quiet. Perhaps walk back down the road behind and see what's going on down there. As I said, Jim's got certain places he wants us to keep reporting on, and there's a couple of them that are just behind. Somebody in the seat water skiing. Oh, hardy individuals in water skiing. Out there, up on water skis. I've got a wetsuit on, so they're protected.
All these people along here.
Use the Teniente Sanitario. Keeping an eye on things, making sure everything's going on. So it's just protection, which it was being orange.
Apartment for sale up there.
Yeah. Great view over the beach. It's going past Diana Beach Club. And next to that the Happy Chinese, which is, as far as I know, is open. It's actually midday, just after midday. Anita and I have a very important appointment for lunch. So there's going to be no hanging around. Our very important luncheon appointment is to go and watch Real Mallorca, of course. who are playing, I suppose, what we might consider to be one of our arch enemies of football, and that's Espanyol. Espanyol is a Barcelona team, so Barcelona's got the main team, the big team Barcelona, who got
We did
beaten.
look to go there, didn't we?
Yeah, Barcelona were beaten by Manchester United this week, and their second big team is Espanyol. And it was the last away match we actually went to before we went into lockdown. So it would have been in, I don't know, February or March of 2020. That was the last time we went to an away match. Hoping to be able to revive those again very, very soon.
Wow, he just jumped over the boat. Water ski is amazing.
I don't think he jumped over the boat, he jumped over the wake of the boat. Espanyol have a quite an amazing stadium. We were stuck high up because we were away team, but
Look, look, see?
on the board. We're just going past the Santa Lucia Hotel, and Shauna sent me another countdown. I think it's 27 weeks now until Shauna and Claire come again.
The water now.
And it's created a few ripples on the sea. Fishing here. Something I never really managed to get into was fishing. I did go fishing as a little boy, and I don't think I ever had the patience for it.
No.
We used to take the scouts fishing too, and well, they had a certain amount of luck catching different things.
Just be careful, eh? If you're falling, give me a shout.
So there's the water skier in the water, waiting to be retrieved, and oh, it's very breezy, pretty cold here. So going round, and there's San Matias. It's the San Matias beach. And so on Wednesday when I had a walk, I did all over that area, and then I did come down onto the San Matias beach. So I don't think we'll do that bit today, we'll make our way back. But right in front of us is the San Matias Beach Hotel. There's actually somebody right on the roof there, way up high, doing some work, and there's some yellow sheeting down at the front. So they're doing a little bit of work on the hotel before it opens. That's an interesting sign, is that if I look into the Santa Lucia, there is water in the pool. The pool's actually full and it's clean. And that is interesting, because that means the pumps are on, and I can see that the pumps are on, so they're obviously getting everything ready for opening, which seems to be very early, because it's only the 25th of February. So at the moment, seems to have been a little bit of a tiff on Facebook, and so if you're wanting to know about the hotel openings for Palmanova, can't I say a tiff? Is that a banned word? I don't get confused now.
It's a bit old-fashioned.
A bit of old-fashioned. Well, I'm old-fashioned here. Yeah, there seems to have been a little bit of a tiff, and so Philip Blackburn is now concentrating on Caldia Notice Board. It still does a fantastic job, keeps everybody up to date. So if you want to know when things are open, Caldia's Notice Board is the one to go to at the moment. But I'm sure the Palmanova website run by Tracy is going to catch up there sometime. And just looking along there, I'm just looking at the trees, because when I was walking along, the trees hadn't all been pruned, but they have now.
Yeah.
All the way along now, all the way to the olive tree, all nicely pruned and looking really good. So we're going to go down this way and have a look to see what's open and what's getting ready to open. And I got castigated. That's a good word for the day. I was castigated this morning for turning off before I got to the Three Brothers. Well, here you go. Here's the Three Brothers. Unfortunately, they're not open yet, so we cannot go in for one of their ice cold draft beers. Well, I'm told the Guinness is pretty good, or the Foster's is pretty good. So they'll be opening up soon when the hotels start to be opening. So my apologies for turning off before the Three Brothers, but there you go, you've got it there now. Next to it, well, that's all changed last year, and we now have Majorca, and actually got some lights on today, but I don't think they're open yet. Very nice looking place. It's not somewhere we've actually been to yet. And just panning around a little bit, heading straight into the wind. You see on the right hand side we've got the Hotel Santa Lucia.
These lovely roses starting here.
So these are always admirers plants that are nice to be pruned. And good. Got their watering system in, and it's very windy, and the clouds are coming in, so we're heading back towards the car, because we come down by car. Even though we've got our free bus pass, we're still using the car quite a bit because it's just much more convenient. And, when you've got a busy schedule, we have a very busy schedule, and convenience is the name of the game. That's the old lady dives, and it's looking pretty sad now. I'm just wondering what is going to happen to that. It seems to be in such a prime location to have been shut now for so long, more than 3 years now. To change hands, my right hand's gone numb. Holding the camera for so long. Reading through some of the comments on the Facebook group, people were saying how it felt like watching the videos, it was like having a walk along with us, and I suppose it's me chatting all the time. Do tell me to shut up sometimes.
Maybe people watch us and turn the volume off.
Maybe you do. Yeah, you've always got that option, of course. Turn the volume off, put the radio on, listen to somebody else talking, some music. There's the park which we watched be built, and across the road is Monroe's. Open, yeah, there you go, just bring it up to date. But we did come here a week or two ago to Gelatius. I had a drink here, and it's one of the places open where you can come have a drink or even have a bite to eat. So something we've done. Yeah, we were quite impressed. We really enjoyed it there. And just on the opposite corner here is Taylor's, and they're all taking their well-earned rest, of course. If you've got one of these big TVs, then that's the place, I suppose, where you should be watching our videos. And then see them in high definition. I've also started doing the 360s again, and because the 360 videos cause a bit of an issue for some people. We do have a separate channel just for 360 videos, so all of the 360 videos were there, and I'm sort of now putting up more of those. It does take a bit of time to edit them, and it takes a lot of time for Google to check them. And Google have to check all the videos before they will release them, just in case of some copyright or other issues with the videos.
You do need to come here again.
Well, we've been to Tandoori night, and we had a really nice meal, and we did promise to come back.
Susan and Ashley have had that with you.
Yeah, we will. Just don't have all that time to do it. I'm just going to cross over to that side actually, because the Hotel Calablanca that we've been talking about is better seen from this side of the road, and it's all fenced up at the moment. Unfortunately, the work here probably can go on well into when the season starts. So I hope their project management team has got it well organised, so that when they do actually start the season, that the work that they're doing on the hotel is going to be more cosmetic, and therefore can be done inside quietly, because I think it'll be a bit annoying to the bar owners and the cafes and the restaurants along here if the hotel is undergoing more work that's noisy and dirty and dusty. What else? Here's the Bora Bora, another bar that's open all the time. Tobaccos also open all the time. And next to that though, Castaways. Castaways, really good place to stop off for a drink.
Want to go there or the Beehive?
Oh, now you're tempting me. I think we should go to the Beehive, because we've not actually been there since they reopened. But we will be back to Castaways, because we do like it there. Good place to sit and have a look. Have a look to see what's going on. No children playing in the park today. I'm sure we'll be bringing our two little granddaughters down here soon. And they enjoy playing in the park and walk along the front. And maybe the occasional ice cream.
For them.
If none, I'll let. It's the back of the Paradise Beach. And, one of the places we do like to stop off for a drink. They're not open at the moment. And last year, Leafy Lee was playing there. Hoping to see Leafy soon, catch up with him, go for lunch. One of the bus stops, which are busing to Palma. I don't think we've got very many tourists here. There are some tourists here. Some people have actually contacted me and told me that they are here. Have been over the last week. Noisy park. It's usually you get a few locals who will come down and go for a walk and certainly during lockdown, people from Palma discovered Palmanova, and so we used to get a lot of people coming from Palmanova, from Palma to Palmanova, that wouldn't normally have made that journey. So the big match this afternoon, Mallorca, Espanyol. Espanyol are actually below us in the league, and Mallorca are actually 8th, which they were before the weekend. So it's really now getting quite exciting, because there's a possibility that we could actually get into Europe. I think that really might be a bit of a dream. Our main aim is actually to stay in La Liga, but we seem to be doing a little bit better than that. And the great win that we had last week will give our players that little bit of confidence. And then next week we've got a match against Elche, who are rooted at the bottom. And quite an interesting game yesterday, when they were playing Betis, one of the higher teams up there near the top. But Elche went into the lead after the 6th minute and then scored again in the 8th minute. So at the 10-minute mark they were 2-0 up, and obviously thought, we've done it. Well, Betis didn't give up, of course. Elche managed to get a man sent off and then another man sent off. So they were really beginning to struggle.
There's one person on the bench that got a red card.
Alright, well, Betis then. Betis came back and scored 3 more goals. One of them was actually in the industry. They missed a penalty there. There were lots of penalties in that game as well, and all of them scored.
Another rubbishy ref.
So yeah, I'm sure Elche will be kicking themselves for letting that 2-goal lead go and having 2 men actually sent off. So we are playing them next Saturday, and I guess those 2 players cannot be counted in the team, and so that should be an opportunity to get 3 points. But nothing with Majorca is set in stone, unfortunately. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. But it will be a home match, so they'll get the support of the supporters. So hopefully we'll get another handful of goals.
The tickets are quite cheap for that, aren't they?
Tickets from €25. People are asking, they've asked on the various Facebook groups about how much does it cost to go to see Real Mallorca, are there any, how much are the tickets? And it varies tremendously. So for the Elche match, the tickets started at €25. Elche are the bottom team. For the Barcelona and the Real Madrid games, the tickets are much closer to €200. You can see there is a huge difference in the price of the tickets. And well, we don't have a very big stadium. We very rarely get many supporters from other teams. So I was asking you about getting tickets for different things, if you want Marineland tickets or tickets for trips and tours. This place is called Palma, and it's close to McDonald's, and well, we got our tickets for the Marineland from there, and we actually got a very good price, better than buying them online with Marineland. In fact, they found a discount that we couldn't find on on their website, so quite happy with that. Up above here, very popular stadium. Going for some really good entertainment up there, I believe.
I've been.
Anita's been. I don't think I've actually been in there. Yes, I must say I have been in there many years ago. And well, Anita's sort of favourite shops here.
Which perfume is it?
I must have bought it for you then, dear. I think I got you a jumbo size, didn't I? Half a gallon.
Serious is closed at the moment.
Closed for vacations. That's Sea Rose. It was a very popular restaurant with us, and then it changed hands, and we stopped going. Yeah, opening on the 1st of March. Yeah.
Next week.
1st of March is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wow, hasn't that gone quickly? So yeah, we used to go to Sea Rose a lot. Anita's mother used to like it, and it has this fantastic view that we can see now, overlooking the beach. But then it changed hands, and it went very much upmarket. Sort of priced us out really. And now I believe it's gone back to something more like it was before, so maybe we need to give it a second chance.
They do a menu, don't they?
I'll see if they do a menu. The water skier's still out there on his boat. And we have, interestingly, we have a cherry picker up against the tree that's very bent, got a plaque by it. And not sure what they're doing there, but it could be something to do with the caterpillars, or it could be something to do with pruning. And across the road, well, La Colmena. Have we got time? It's 12:30.
Yes.
Right. We've got to be at lunch at 1:30. So we've just got time for a quick coffee. So cross over here. Beckoning. Place next to the Colmena. Cross. It's called Contro Corriente. Don't know much about that yet. It used to be the paper shop. There's a newspaper from there. The paper shop went. So now we've got a menu outside. Golly, we've got a tomahawk steak there for €70. Could eat one of those. Oh, we're going in here. We're going to have a coffee here.
Yeah.
This one finds the table.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to be back at one of our favourite stops here in Palmanova. We're at La Colmena. There you go. And we've got our cafe con leche. And then we'll be off. So we're going to finish the video here. And thank you very much for watching. Thanks to all those people who've subscribed and lovely comments that we read both on YouTube, and occasionally we see them on Facebook as well. So thanks very much. We look forward to seeing you in our next video. And bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.